Hey everyone, welcome to the Movie Throne. I'm your host, the one and only King Kansas, here to bring you what I like to call commentary. Just kidding, I'm not commentating on anything. Real movie reviews. And what the hell am I talking about? Basically, guys, in the past, the King has just kind of like gave his quick thoughts on any particular movie, whether it's a recommendation or whatever the crap. I used to just say what I liked about it, what I quickly disliked about it, and that's pretty much it. But in this new format, I go, you know what? You guys are dying to hear what I have to say. Well, I see in the comment section. I even have dogs sneezing on the side there, telling me this, that, you know what? Can you do something different with your reviews, you know? So if you watch something for the first time or something that's one of your favorite, like the big blockbuster films or the ones that everybody knows, can you review it in a different way? And the way I came up with for all you lovely people at home is, you know what? I'm going to probably watch the movie, pause it, but break down my review in 3 different ways. I'm going to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly from basically the first 10-15 minutes of the film and the last 10-15 minutes of the film, and of course the middle part. So you're going to get a quick little review and my thoughts on the opening of the film, the middle of the film, and the ending. So as you guys watch along with me, you'll see kind of like I guess a brief pause, and then I'll just jump back right in and give you my thoughts and whatever. So that's how it's going to be. And of course, the first movie that I decided to talk about or review is The Flash, that just currently came out on physical media, online, and all that crap. It came in theaters way back when, 2023, a couple of months ago. And a lot of people have either liked it or hate it. I've watched it already. You can see my quick little review on the podcast Outlaws, but I'm rewatching it because when I watched it the first time, I was a little bit grumpy, not feeling well, dealing with a whole bunch of health issues and shit. But that's not your problem. You're here to watch my review. So hopefully, tune in. Bear in mind, I'm going to be pausing the video several times, at least 3-4 times, so I can give you guys my honest, real movie review on the Flash movie, starring, of course, Michael Keaton, Ezra Miller, Ben Affleck, and a whole bunch of other cameos that people that showed up in this damn thing. And let's go from there. So give me a quick second. I'm going to watch the opening scene, and let's begin this movie real review right here on the Movie Throne. Okay, guys, I'm back. I just watched the first 10 minutes of The Flash. I'm telling you right now, if I was just basing my thoughts overall on the film, if it's good or bad, on just the opening 10 minutes, I'm going to say it's almost a damn good film. The opening scene with him, okay, he's hungry, he's at the cafe, he looks like he's going to have a nervous breakdown bull crap moment. Whatever, it's trying to be funny, but to me, it's not funny. It's like, okay, he likes to eat, he needs to eat because he has a high metabolism, and the guy makes a joke behind the counter that, oh, what are you running, a marathon or something? And then the kid's on the street throwing a chocolate bar and hits him in the face, and then he has to go because Alfred calls him and he has to save the day with Bruce. Yeah, so whatever, right? I could care less about that moment. But the part that I did care about was that amazing Ben Affleck Batman chase scene on the bike, that he's chasing the criminals through the streets and cars are flying everywhere and shit like that. And you got Flash running towards the hospital that is coming down, and you're wondering, okay, is he going to be his goofy self? Is there's going to be a disaster, something? Is he going to save the day and live up his part? Because, you know, Bruce is pretty much Batman's handling the criminals and shit. And I'm telling you, it looks pretty good. That scene looks phenomenal. The Flash rescuing the people as the building collapses. Warning, guys. Spoiler. I'll probably put it in the corner. Coming down. And the way they slowed everything down. And he's kind of like finding food. Turning on the microwave. You know, eating some food so he can charge up or whatever the hell he's doing. Okay, whatever. But just him grabbing the baby, putting the baby in the microwave after to save it, and grabbing all the babies and looking around and stuff. The traumatized nurse that was falling down, holy shit. Seeing her face and the way she reacts when she lands down after he does save him. So he does rescue the thing, but the building comes down. Was good. But yeah, like, it was a good opening. I was happy with it. I don't know what you guys thought. You guys let the king know what you guys thought of the first 10 minutes of The Flash, if it was good. Based on what I've seen so far, I'm loving the movie. I have hardly anything negative besides the, the flat jokes coming our way. But other than that, the first 10 minutes, I'm loving. So now I'm going to watch the middle portion and then leave the last 10 minutes, of the film and my other break. But up next, it's the meat and potatoes of the film. This is what's going to make and break for most of us, especially this guy. So give me a quick second. I'll be back in a few. Let me just watch the middle section of the film, and I'll let you guys know what the hell I thought. Okay, guys. Finished watching the meat and potatoes of the film, the middle act of the film. I left the last 15 or 20 minutes for the end. It's just too short for me to kind of talk and kind of cram everything in the middle. But basically, we find out why Barry wants to do what he wants to do. He wants to save his dad. We know the origin of the Flash story by now, that his father's falsely accused of his mother's murder. Some person broke in, killed his mother, and he got blamed. So he's in jail fighting court. Of course, Barry's feeling all sorry and shit for his father and himself, and he wants to go back through time and save his mother. So by doing so, it's going to alter reality and all that stuff. So he ends up talking to Bruce about it. You even had Wonder Woman show up near the end of the whole chase scene to kind of lend a hand and rescue a person from going into the water, car scene or whatever. You have Barry running into himself, which, you told, if you ever meet yourself, you're going to mess things totally up and you shouldn't do it. And of course, like typical whatever, when you tell someone not to do something, accident or not, he ends up finding his own self, and his own self is just normal. He's basically a moron, an idiot, okay? Younger self of himself. So, since school, university, I don't know what the hell he's doing. He thinks he knows it all, which he doesn't. And Barry, from our time, decides, you know what, let's see if we can give this Barry his power. So he does so. Dumbass move. He gets his powers and shit. And, of course, predictable, he's going to do stupid, wonky things. And he did it throughout the whole, whatever, middle portion of the film here. Trying to learn his powers, getting into trouble, shit getting blown up, getting the attention of the bad guys and all that crap. We even see, I guess, the arrival of Lord Zod. Again, yes, Michael Shannon's character shows up. And Michael Keaton, I think it's maybe an hour into the film that we actually see the mansion, Wayne Manor, that he ends up going in with the other bear because he needs help. He needs to find the Batman because there's only Batman in this world and there's no other superheroes or metas or whatever the hell they called it. And that's when they kind of have a little tussle with an old-looking, long-haired Michael Keaton, Bruce Wayne. And then, after beating the crap, they decide to eat and chat about a whole bunch of multiverse bullshit and crap. Then they stumble into the Batcave, and that's where we see a little bit, where he hit me a little bit, which I was kind of happy to see. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't lame to see the Batmobile, Bruce Wayne, and then you seen the Batwing come down like it did. I was like, damn, 1989 over again, But it was good to see that. I just was expecting, I guess, for their first encounter to be a lot more interesting. And maybe they were fighting on the street and he ends up showing up with his crap. That would have been a lot better in my personal opinion, instead of just, let's go to the mansion, bump into an old man who doesn't look like he's Bruce Wayne, and then all of a sudden you find out he's Bruce Wayne, and then from there you stumble into all his toys and technology, and then Bruce comes back and he decides to suit up to help these yahoos on their quest. So that's what happens pretty much in the middle section, with a whole bunch of other crap that I don't want to mention. And it leads them to going to where they're thinking there's a Superman, which it isn't. It's Superman's cousin, Supergirl's there. So they end up busting her out. There's a little fight there. Cool fight, don't get me wrong. Batwing gets destroyed and shit, I believe, and crashes down and kicks. Even the escape in that little thing there was phenomenal. Like Batman, Michael Keaton coming down and kicking ass and blocking the Flash and shit like that was great. That was good. Like that fight choreography and whatever scene, phenomenal. We had that the whole damn movie. I'll be happy with it. That's probably some of the highlights of the middle portion. And now I've left it off to where Supergirl's suited up now, and now they're going to confront Lord Zod, and hopefully Barry is going to try and fix things again, because he had gone back, and I believe he thought to his brain that if his mother didn't forget a particular, like I think it was spaghetti sauce or some shit like that, or paste or whatever, that the father wouldn't have gone out and then get framed and have no proof. So if she had it, she wouldn't do it, but it messed things up. And that's where we are left off to the final scene. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a confrontation of some sort. Shit's going to go really wonky. And then it's going to end with a nice blue ribbon or silver bow. Anyways, let me check it out. We'll get back and we'll end this lovely Flash movie reel review. Alright guys, I got to backtrack a little bit. So whatever I mentioned with Michael Keaton crashing and the Batwing and stuff, there's a little bit I kind of left out. So basically, I forgot that our Barry wanted to get his powers back. So he enlisted the help of Michael Keaton's Batman to try and get electrocuted. And then Supergirl, of course, being busted out of prison, helps him. And he gets back his powers. So then the other idiot the other idiot Flash has to give back his suit. So he has to make another suit for himself. That's when he creates, he takes one of Michael Keaton's Batman suits, repaints it and all that shit. So now they're rushing to confront Lord Zod, where there's a big, massive fight. That's when the Batwing goes down. Michael Keaton looks like he's going to be biting the big one. Supergirl, holy shit, does she lay out a whole bunch of people. Violent, brutal beating that I haven't seen in my life, but it's phenomenal. I loved it. That was actually cool. This scene reminds me almost, if I had to compare it on some sort of little scale, is, was it Civil War when, you had a whole bunch of things come together and there's a big spectacle? That's pretty much what's going on now. And there's about 15 or 20 minutes left. And let's see how this is. This is when, I guess, the Flashes have to go through time to kind of like reverse stuff. And that's when you see the whole, Christopher Reeve and all these other like cameos, like Nicolas Cage's Superman. And I'm like, do we really need that bullshit? To tell you the truth. Like, it was cool, but then just the special effects and graphics look pretty crappy, to tell you the truth, And this is like when everything's kind of like really spiraling. And then the Barry from the other one wanted to go back to see if he could start saving the people who are dying, who are trying to save him. Like, Supergirl dies and she keeps on dying over and over. And he's trying to figure out all these other damn stupid ways. And then it reveals that there's another Flash. So the other Flash, this Dark Flash, is pretty much a version of that Barry who's trying to save himself. And this guy ends up getting killed by the other Barry. And then shit really starts to spiral. And that's where I'm left right now to find out how are things going to be settled and go back to normal. So pause the video. I'll be back and I'll tell you my final thoughts on the last, 15 minutes or so of this movie. And my conclusions with this lovely, amazing Flash movie reel review. All right, guys, I'm back. Watch the last little remainder of the movie. And basically, yeah, it's like what I said. You had the other Flash kill the other Flash. And in order for the Flash, our Flash, to fix things in this damn place, you got to do what you got to do. You got to make that sacrifice and let things be. Go back, fix everything else, let his mother die. So what does he do? He ends up going to the supermarket. He takes out, or he sees himself previously, put the candy. He takes the candy and he puts it back on the shelf, thinking that, hey, as hard as it is to let his mother die, he has one last conversation with them, and they, and he comes out as a stranger and shit. Another big freaking no-no. I don't know. Like I said, this is the little stupid like plot mini holes that I thought you said you're not supposed to see yourself or come in contact with any of these people, but then he does. So it's going to mess things up, guys. Plain and simple, right? So that's why, even though I knew this, and everybody else probably knowing it too, that when he did return back, he just makes it in time to his father's court case. He was going to be late for it. So he ends up getting dressed and goes to the court case. And miraculously, there's some sort of evidence. There was a camera shit there that was going on that you couldn't see his father being placed there, so he couldn't commit the crime. But in this case, they found evidence that, yeah, they saw him putting the can on top of the shelf or some shit like that and exonerating him. So he gets free. So he ends up going out, and then he gets a phone call from Batman. So we're thinking, okay, this world looks normal. Should be okay. So as he's going out, Bruce Wayne pulls up in the same car that Ben Affleck's driving, opens the door, and who comes out? George fucking Clooney. Pardon the language. That Batman. And he is just as shocked. Not only was I shocked, everyone else, it was George Clooney's Batman coming towards him saying, "What's the matter, Barry?" And Barry's like, totally, what the hell kind of moment. And that's pretty much, we got work to do. Let's go. And that's how it ends, you know? So, yeah, the post-credit scene, it was, you know, Aquaman and him or something like that. And I was kind of, I don't know what the hell the point was that, you know. He was trying to explain a drunk Aquaman, you know, who was falling in puddles and shit like that, making stupid-ass jokes of what they have to do in order to fix things. And I thought if this was going to be the things to reset everything, you really mess things up by doing something stupid like that. You pulled a stunt like that. I don't know. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. Like, is there going to be another sequel? I don't know. And if this is a perfect chance to introduce a new Flash coming back, and then you could start fresh. But they didn't take that either. But overall, guys, I wasn't too pleased. Yes, it had some cool moments, like Ben Affleck's Batman chase scene at the beginning. To see two Flashes, cool. There was not really a villain. To see Lord Zod again, Michael Shannon's Lord Zod was good. No Henry Cavill, even though you got like special effects and shit like that. And Nicolas Cage's cameo, I could care less. Christopher Reeve was a nice little nod, you know, but was it necessary? No. Like I said, I wish there was a major villain who played a factor in this instead of just another version of himself that kept on going and going, and he became evil because he got stabbed and shit. I don't know. It was just kind of lame, you know. Wonder Woman was cool to see her too. Aquaman was kind of funny at the end. Like, well, it was pointless, right? Would have been nice to see Henry Cavill, but hey, I'm kind of glad he wasn't in here, you know. And I don't know what their intentions were overall, but it was a good film. It wasn't the worst DCEU film I've seen in my life. I don't know. You guys let the king know in the comment section below. Did you guys like this movie better than I thought? I thought they used Michael Keaton well, especially with the fight scenes and shit like that. But the little jokes here and there, nah. I thought they could have introduced them to us again in a better way. But again, it's another hit and miss, just like Marvel, in my opinion, with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield showing up the way they did. Cool, but it would have been more cooler if they were, like, showing up in a battle and it's like, holy shit moment. It wasn't a holy shit moment. Like, maybe because we knew that he was in the film. Maybe I knew he was in the film. So it's not like a big deal. Oh, God, Michael Keaton, you know, so it can really affect me like how it should. But it was okay. Like, when he was in it, it was good. His fight scenes as Batman, he was badass as Batman. Like, more and more, you look at it, it's like, yeah, that's what we should have got in the first place for Michael Keaton. But I'm glad they did him justice that way, you know. But I don't know if he was in it or not. And if they put someone else, you know, even if they put Ben Affleck's Batman instead of him in his place, it would have been okay in my personal opinion. But I don't think it would change the outcome of the film. Like I said, started off well. The middle was boring. Near the end, maybe the last 5 out of the last 20 minutes or something was really good. And the way things ended, in my personal opinion, they didn't end the landing. It was like really bad, you know. And I'm like, I don't know. People claiming it was the best thing they saw and whatever. No chance in hell, I'll tell you right now. Not even close. Is it in the top DCU films? Maybe. I would probably say middle of the pack, personally. You know? It's above everything of all the other bull crap that we got, in my personal opinion. But yeah, I don't even think it makes top 5 in my thing. I bought the damn thing. Watching it the second time, I learned to appreciate it a little bit more, maybe, you know, because maybe I wasn't as grumpy, you know, but it was okay. I'm not going to say, go see it, you're going to die. Unless you're a Michael Keaton fan, you want to see him again as Batman, then watch the damn thing. But other than that, you don't need to watch it. Like, especially when you know the DCU's dead and we only have Aquaman 2, what is it, The Lost Kingdom coming out? Or, like, is that going to bomb too? And we saw how Blue Beetle did in the theater too. Apparently people said it was okay, but it wasn't too whatever. But it's just an introduction to James Gunn's new DC world, I guess. A lot of pissed off people with, you know, certain of our beloved DCU characters who just got tossed aside for this new universe and stuff. But whatever. Overall, it was good. go watch it yourself. Like always, guys, like, share, and subscribe. I hope you guys liked my first ever movie reel review right here on the channel. Let me know in the comment section, you know, should I continue this damn thing or not? I probably will, because I didn't mind doing it. It's going to be a little longer, but hey, that's what you're here. You're here to hear my opinion. And remember, it's this guy's opinion, not yours. So you guys can say whatever you want down low, and just understand. You guys understand it, then we're all good. So until next time, stay off the King's throne, and I'll see you guys where? Right here on YouTube land. Take it easy, guys.